there's some boundaries involved when it comes to my caring and my love. Because the self love, this right here, this is my love and my self love. Okay? This is what you want me to feel. And you should have your own self love. Do you get me? And we can both pour in here, talk about self love. And the reason why I want to talk about self love is at some point in time, I was like searching for it all outside of me. And I was just beyond like the the love that I was receiving. It wasn't the love that I wanted, and I didn't get it and didn't understand. Like I was looking outside, and actually, I needed to be within, you know, go inside and figure it out. Um, but everything, just being a human in Western colonization, you get that outside validation, and that's what you're looking for, what everybody wants you to think and how they want you to be seen and viewed, and you know all of that. So I wanted more love, and I started every single summer for the past 19 4 5 26 7 years almost. I've said or did something with self-love. Every summer it was like self-love. And I am taking a different approach where I can't do events like I used to, but I can at least talk about it. And I can at least say that I did something in the summer about self-love. So self-love to me is the ultimate love that you should have. Self-love is the love that will refill your cup. The self-love and care that you can rely on a consistent basis if someone else is like take their love away. You know what I'm saying? Self-love is the greatest thing you can ever, ever, ever have in this lifetime. Um, I didn't understand that I needed to love myself in order for someone else to love me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I didn't know. No one taught me. I had to find out for myself. Like most of these ideas and concepts came from me seeking it out and actually incorporating it into my life, you know? So self love should be at the forefront of each and every individual. Self love is a criteria for yourself, um, especially when it comes to self care. Um, any concept with self in front of it, I'm all for it. So, self governing, self esteem, self efficacy, self development, self actualization, self accountability, self hyphen, whatever it is, self realization, being authentic is like the end goal. You have self love at the top, and that's the goal, that's the criteria, that's the main thing we're going to hit every single day. And we're going to lead with that. And it's not selfish, but it's going to lead us to being like our true self, our authentic self. A lot of individuals have been faking the funk, and you can tell. because they will try their hardest to be in the forefront. And you like, you're really not being who you are. You just seeking out attention. You know what I'm saying? Do you really love yourself? And it's like you're only filling your cup half full of self of outside validation. When you have that self-love, it's full. It's saturation. It's substance. You know what I'm saying? You have to dig down deep and find out who you really are. You know, you have to find out who you are at a core. You have to make it your business, and uh this is your mission to find out who you really are. You get what I'm saying? So self-love is something that I really want people to know, that it's imperative to have it in order to be successful. You know what I'm saying? In order to become who you really want to become, you have to have this. So, when it comes to learning how to put yourself first and not let nobody tell you that it's selfish, um, you start to kind of like wean out some of the fake friends, some of the individuals that no longer serve you. um you you start to understand that some people aren't in alignment of who you are trying to become. Like my higher self is that self-love individual that I thought about, and I'm reaching for that person, and now here she is. You get what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and take the time out to let you know who I am. So my name is May, and I am mastering alignment as an empath. And I do teach individuals about mastering, about self mastery, but also about mindfulness, okay? Alignment, alchemy, as well as energy, okay? So I want to make sure that I'm here and being present as I speak to you guys. And this is a first for me to really, really be consistent in this aspect right here as a broadcaster or influencer, or just a teacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm a teacher, and I'm here to guide you more than anything. I tried to find out where I belonged. And someone was just like, girl, press record. This is the best time to press record. So I am really finding my niche, my genre, the topics that I really want to talk about. And the favorite topic, my all-time favorite topic, is self-love, because I lead with love. And I have a lot of respect and a lot of self-love for myself, and I'm able to, kind of pour it into other individuals because that's how I lead. And sometimes people want to dip in my cup of the self love. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to consume my self love, and that's not what I do anymore. I used to pour every ounce of something into people, meaning like my love. I used to pour it all out into them, and then I didn't get nothing in return. Now I've created these boundaries that has helped me, not uh not cross this line of, hey, I poured into you, you didn't pour into me. Well, if you didn't, I still got a lot of love. You get what I'm saying? I can only give you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if this is your cup that I can give you, and this is my cup that I have for myself, I can give you all of this and some because, yeah, I can pour just a little bit more because my thing is endless and it's a lot in here. But if you need more than this and I don't have any more to give other than this particular container, I don't have a problem with pouring at least half of that back into here. But if you keep consuming and consuming and not putting more back in here, at least halfway, I don't have anything else for you. You get what I'm saying? So my self-love and or my love in general overflows, but I only have a boundary of this much. And you can see, like in this instant, it's almost, it's three-fourths full. I don't mind putting some back in there for you, but if majority of this was mine in the first place and you never refilled at least this, I can't help it. So I'm teaching people to be uh selfish, I should say, in general, because I have to be selfish and or not selfish. I have to create the boundaries that I need in order to stay functionable. You know, I can't be around here being the water bearer and I got 14 of these lined up and all of y'all want me to keep filling up this and you never at least got to half of the actual bottle that you were supposed to. When I came back, I look and I say, oh, that's all mine's and there's none of yours in there. What do you want me to do? I'm not pouring nothing extra in here for you. You need to do yours on your part. You need to do your work. You understand? So some individuals really don't understand what it means when it comes to self-love and love. I love you to the moon and back, but I can't love you more than you love yourself. Just like I can't care more than you care. I can't. And I had a problem and an issue when I used to care more than other people. And I used to be the main one. No, 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 no. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. And caring. And they like, oh, shoot, she cares. She go ahead, fight for me and care for me. And I don't have to care nothing at all. And I just sit here. So I'm caring more than you do and putting all of the cares into here, and I'm not getting nothing in return, or you're not helping me care, and or you're not backing me up while I'm caring. I don't do that no more. I created boundaries. So I made sure that I limited my love, but I did not limit my self-love. Do you understand? So I want people to know and understand that we can't lead with love and try to love somebody out of something or try to love somebody into caring. We can't do that. We have to make sure that we understand the definition of self-love itself. I'm going to protect myself from you. I'm going to protect myself from this too, or I'm going to protect myself from that. There's some boundaries involved when it comes to my caring and my love. Because the self love, this right here, this is my love and my self love. Okay? This is what you want me to feel. And you should have your own self love. Do you get me? And we can both pour in here. I don't mind, but I'm not going to be doing all the pouring, honey. So self love is something that you must do. You have to do that. You must lead with that. So that means you're taking the time out to actually pray. You're taking the time out to love yourself. You're taking the time out to treat yourself. You're taking the time out to nurture yourself. You're taking the time out to actually get to know who you are, adjust, and get rid of stuff. That's like the unlearn and relearn. You are constantly changing, you know? So that means you're taking time out to really do your job. Nurture yourself, read, journal, listen to the music, go dance, go draw, go outside and go outside in the nature, hug a tree, buy yourself some flowers, like fix your favorite meal, go work out, go learn a new hobby. Mhm. And then when it comes to self love, when you create those boundaries, you also make sure other people do the same as well. I do not, I do not overly love someone and then want them, hold on, I don't overly love somebody to the point where they need and yearn for me. I don't do that anymore. I make sure I tell them, create your own boundary as well. I am there for you, but I am not and cannot be overly there. You know, what's your definition of a friend or what's your definition of self love? I can show up for you. Are you going to show up for me? I require this. What do you require from me? You know? So, like, you need to actually start looking deeper inside to figure out what you need. If you lack in certain areas, please, honey, do your job. Do your job as a human and make sure that you show up for yourself in that area before you ask somebody else to do it. Okay, I have had my share of toxicity and or toxic individuals or toxic bonding or controlling relationships, and those are not equally yoked at all. They are really, they once they boil down to it, they are, some people are jealous of you. Some people might be jealous of you. Some people might see themselves as inferior to you. Some people might just feel as if you're better than them. And I know for a fact that those um relationships can be draining. So you need to make sure that you really take care of yourself and really understand what dynamic you are in. What situation are you in? You need to constantly reevaluate these situations with people. You know, when you lead with communication, you can actually get the idea of who this is or who this person may be. Some people don't like to do certain things for other people because of some things that they can't do or did in the past and someone hurt them. So we need to be as open as possible. Okay. Um, Self-love has really taught me how to be honest with myself. And I am like so brutally honest with myself that I am brutally honest with other people, but I've been trying my hardest to give it to them the light way. Um, but I've also learned that honesty is very open hearted. I don't know why that term came, but honesty, a lot of people aren't honest with themselves. a lot of people aren't honest with themselves. And it seems like I be like, am I the only honest individual in this room? Am I the only person that can actually see like this person is lying? I mean, I can tell from your energy and then how you present yourself, but then I can read it and I can say, oh, there's something that's not adding up here. And I can understand, like, hey, that's cool, that's fine, but I know for a fact that this is not what you really want. You can tell me you want to be married all day, but technically, how you talk and how you speak, you don't want no marriage. And if you trying to lead that over here with me, it's not gonna work. Because I know you are a playboy. Or I know you a player. You get what I'm saying? Like you married and you're trying to say you're happy, but you're financially in debt and y'all are living check to check. You're happy with that? There's some issues, honey. I don't care if you covering whatever up with a smile. There's some issues, and I just seen one right there. You swiped your card a little bit too many times. That's the issue right there, and y'all both enabling each other. Yep, that's the issue. So it's stop stop lying to yourself, and you won't lie to me. I try to be as honest as possible. And then I try to make sure that I am leading with authenticity. I'm like this. I am. And I say, if you met me, I said this before, if you met me, I will let you know that's my ego. That's my ego. And that means that I am trying to control my honesty. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm leading with my ego, okay? And that's the sweet person. Like, this is like, I'm dead serious. That's the sweetheart. My ego, that's my sweetheart. I'm dead serious. She's the sweet one. She's the one that you can, kind of get away with. You can slide in, slide out, do different type of things. That's my ego because I'm controlling some things. I'm dead serious. That's my ego. I'm kind, loving, and let you do whatever you want to do. That's it. That's my ego. But once you do too much of that, once you do too much of that, once you do too much of that, it's done. It's out of the door. I basically gave it up to God, honey. And after the ego is gone, I give it up to God. That's when I show up and I put you in your place. So some people be like, my ego is that. No, my ego contains the things that come out my mouth. My ego makes sure that I still got some money in my pocket when I'm at professional place. That's my ego. Containing that. You know what I'm saying? Showing up and like, oh, okay, smiling, everything. That's it. After that's out of there, I'm giving it up to God and I show up and I am letting you have it. Dead serious. Dead serious. That's all. That's how I can explain it. I know I'm ranting right now, but that's how I can explain it. My ego Wants everything to be nice, everything to be sweet, everything to be in a line. My ego wants this there, that there, no fuss, no cuss, nice, nice girl. Hmm. Like, this is where it goes. That's it. That's that. That's that. Yeah. Once I give it up to God, it's a wrap. Whatever's coming out of my mouth, it is what it is. That ain't no ego right there. Nope, not at all. That's my ancestors done took over. They told me I could do whatever I want to. Ain't no, it's a free for all. Hmm. So enough of that. That was my egotarian spiel. What do you think about ego? I'm thinking ego is just you want to control everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't controlling his mouth after that. I'm not controlling his mouth. My mouth is oof, you can throw that out the door. That ain't no ego. Not at all. I gave it up to God. I told God, take over, and God said, cuss him out. God said, let him go. Let me have him. So, anyway, lead with self love. Most importantly, I'm just here wanting to seek out my community members, my tribe, the people that really love me, like me, want to see me thrive, and or want to put forth and invest into me and my ideas. Um, I sell tea, detox tea. I also am looking into expanding my my writing. I always wanted to be an author. So eventually I want to get that out too, but it's just so much stuff that's going on right now. I don't know what to do besides hit record. That's the easiest thing that I know right now to actually do. Writing something and getting it out and pushing it out right now, it wouldn't be feasible. It wouldn't, it's not I need something happening right now. So the best thing is to press record, um, and jump out there. And I'm ready. I've been saying I was ready, and this is my year. I'm a life path one, and it's very difficult, especially being a Aquarius. It's very difficult for me to kind of follow through with some of my ideas, even though I'm a fixed sign. Sometimes I, do mutable things like my North Node Gemini. But for the most part, it's just like, oh my, I really need to get this going. So I appreciate you guys. Contact me, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. I do have another channel, but I'm gonna kind of wait for that one. This is my new channel, and I want to start it off kind of fresh and specifically on leading with the love and the teaching and helping people, you know? All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.